Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play. Last time we put our first rail network in. It's humble beginnings with a Newark to Peterborough line and a train that, well, is nice and little and cute and only carries just over 100 passengers. However, it's a start, a very good start, and it's making a little bit of money. If we actually look at the train details, it's in profit. £7,000 this year, so far. We're in May. That sounds good to me. Also, last episode we got our first bus. So if we go to available vehicles and expand this window, in fact I'm going to just force this vehicle, this screen to always be that size by holding control and clicking that square. We've now got this bus. It's £7,000, carries 31 passengers. It's got a 62% reliability, so it's not too bad starting off. Apparently it was designed in 1929, but I don't remember getting it then. Never mind. So the first thing we're going to do is, because we're going to try and be trying to grow Exeter, which is, where am I? I'm here. We're going to do what I tried to do at the beginning of the first episode. Now, because we can build whilst pause, we're going to do that. So I'm going to get some through roads, and I'm probably going to put them almost exactly where they were previously. I am just going to be a little bit more careful with my placing. So if I put that one where I was going to put it, it's not going to capture these two big buildings. I can do that there. And then I want one here that's going to capture all of those buildings. And then we want one down here which is going to capture all of those buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 5. So again, we're going to have one over here and then another one. Let's just see. That one ends there. So, yeah, one up there as well. So that's fine. That's a good start. I'm not sure if I did that exactly the same. I've got a funny feeling it's very similar to what I did in the first episode. But we can go new vehicles. We will be able to buy the bus when I just borrow all that money. What we'll do is we'll have 2 of them going round to begin with. We've got 20 grand in the bank still, so let's repay that 20 grand. And let's give them some orders. So these vehicles, we're going to say, okay, we're just going to do a loop. We're going to go from Exeter, Exeter Central, Exeter North, Exeter East, and Exeter South. These are not very well named places. And also, I'm going to just quickly change the orders of that one to shared orders and set them on their way. Now, north is north and east is kind of to the east. Central isn't placed very centrally, but then we've got 2 south ones. So this is kind of a west. I mean, central would be a little bit more central, and then we've got south over there. So this one can be, well, it's actually 1 square lower, no, 2 squares lower. So it's souther. There we go. So we've got Exeter North, East, West, South, and Souther. Hopefully, having those buses going around Exeter will help the town to grow. It's really important because that's one of the challenges. So at the moment, I'm doing 2 of the challenges. I'm doing the City Challenge and we're doing the Factory Challenge. Now, the Factory Challenge, I would love to get some livestock going in there. Let's see. I like to scroll around this map because it's a relatively local map. I like to see the names of the places and the lay of the land. Normally, I use the map a lot more, the world map. So up here, we've got a farm. At the minute, we're only transporting grain. There is a lot more livestock in there, more than double the livestock there is to grain. How much money have we got? We can have up to 20,000. How many of these vehicles have we got going here? Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a fleet of 5 grain trucks. It would be lovely if we could have a fleet of 5 livestock trucks as well. Fleet of 5 livestock trucks. How much would that cost? Let's have a look. Available vehicles. Livestock truck. Yeah, so they're 6.5 grand each. So that's a lot. So 5, 10... 15, 20, 25 and a bit more. So you're talking about 32 to... Oh, that's a lot of money. We haven't got that much. We'll save it. So that's fine. That's fine. I think what we might do is then start working on this coal network line that I mentioned the last episode. So we've got those buses in. We're going to use some more buses later, but I really think I should put a coal line in here. The platform shouldn't cost us a lot of money. We're not going to be building through any farmland, so the line shouldn't cost too much. It's probably going to be a little bit more than 20 grand, but if we unpause the game and allow the game to continue, what we can do is see if we can get a station in. Now, with spread stations, I don't know if I can fit it in here. No, I can't. Look, it wants us to build a separate station. What if I put it in there? Still wants us to build a separate station. Here, right, okay. It's going to have to go there. It's going to have to go there, and we'll figure out the best way of doing it. And then down here, we should be able to just do a standard station. How far over can I bring it? Quite far over, actually. Let's put it slightly in the middle, not in the middle of nowhere, but with plenty of space around it. So we've got loads of buses, we're getting loads of notifications. And let's put that little bit in there. Now, we're going to have to work out what I'm going to do about the road vehicles here. I think what we'll do is we'll remove a bit of the road. Citizens are going crazy in Exeter. And Newark now accepts goods after all those problems that we had previously. So if I remove this bit of road here, then this bit can become a bridge, which I'll need to do very soon because we've got something coming. There we go. Now that cost a bit of money, but it means we're not going to lose a truck by it being run over with a train. Let's just remove that bit of road. Okay. So I've just got two little bits of normal track that just needs hooking up. And I've got a little bit of money to do it. So we'll come up here. We'll go alongside the main road. No, we won't. No, we won't. Cancel that. Come back a little bit. We'll go down here like this. And the reason for that is then I can put a bridge in there later. And then we just got to connect these two bits of track up. Now my question now to myself is this railway line going to come in the way of the main line? And the answer to that is, I don't know. Not sure. Now again, it looks like we've got pretty much enough money for the line, but no money for the train. But that's okay. Because if I remember correctly, the train was only a few grand. I don't remember. And it's going to make a lot of money. It's going to be worth it. Very worth it. Let's put... Well, I just wasted about 1,000 by putting a depot in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so the depots are in, the stations are in, the lines connected it up. Again, it's a simple line to begin with. We can expand it in the future. This bit here, gonna have to put a bridge in. I will not have my road vehicles run over by any of my trains. I refuse. And come to think of it, we've actually run out of money. Okay, so the maintenance on all this track is actually quite a lot. If you look at the infrastructure here, we're paying 5 grand on the railway. We've actually got quite a lot of road pieces. 14,000 a year we're paying on maintenance there. A grand total of 22,000 a year on maintenance. We're in the negatives this year for 26,000, but we've spent 29,000 on construction and 14,000 on new vehicles. Where's that train? Oh look, the train's about to come into Peterborough. What's its reliability? 70%. So the fact that it's just broken down is fine. Probably. It's not that bad. So let's just fast forward you into that station as quickly as possible. Because we need more money. We need more money to buy a train. So you're going to go into Peterborough. You're going to get us about 10 grand. 10 grand, please. 15 grand! Oh, fantastic. There's a tank truck that's now available, so a lot of new vehicles are starting to come out now. We've got 15 grand, which I think is enough to buy the first train, actually. New vehicles, train. Yeah, it's only 12 grand. How many... Oh, please tell me we've got oils. Oh, no, hang on. It's not oils, it's coal. Oh, my goodness. Bulk wagon. Right. Okay, we can buy one of them. Then we run out of money. I'm not having a train with one wagon going backwards and forwards because that train, its running costs are 12,000 a year, where a truck, its running costs, if I can find it, running costs is 6,000 a year. So a train has to shift twice as much to be worth it, and that's easy. It just needs more wagons. Now, that truck can carry 20 tons of coal, and the bulk truck carries 30 tons of coal. So each truck actually carries more, and actually the speed is a lot better, because the speed of the lorry is 55 kilometers an hour. I don't know why we're using kilometers an hour in this Let's Play. We shouldn't be. Can I change that? Settings. No, not settings. Game options. British pounds. Town. What? I thought it was around here. So, oh, by the way, somebody asked for the interface size to be changed to quad. It is quad. This is what quad on a 4K monitor looks like. It doesn't look like you change it in here anymore. It looks like they probably moved that setting. Anyway, we've got a couple of other vehicles that have paid off now. We can buy another couple, I think. I've got so many windows open. Let's get rid of that. Yep, so we've got 3. I think we could probably push that up 4 or 5. How much coal is waiting? Not as much. Why? Well, the ratings are very poor. How much percent is being transported? 21% transported there, 21%, 22%, and 22%. So there is the potential for like 5,000 units of coal to come through this station. Train 2 has too few orders scheduled. I know. I want to make my train bigger. So, buy vehicle, buy vehicle. That is a 5-length train of wagons, 3 squares in total. Let's make it 4 length. Let's make it a grand total of 4 length. Just need a bit more money. There we go. Train's done. Train is ready to rock. So, go here, full load, up the line. Now, bearing in mind, unlike the passenger trains, and this is something that people forget with passenger trains, okay? People love coal because it makes twice as much money as passengers. Or does it? Oh, look, the operating profit graph. We can actually see it now. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So the cargo payment rates. Here we go. So, passengers and coal. You compare the two. Coal looks like it makes twice as much as passengers. And it does. But you've got to get your train or vehicle back again. And that is because with coal, you take it from one place and deliver it to another. Now, unless you've got a situation where you've got a power station near a coal mine and then a power station near a coal mine, where you drop off at the power station, then go to the coal mine, pick up, do the longer journey, drop off at the power station, pick up the coal mine and go backwards and forwards, you're only actually you're making profit in one direction. With passengers, you're nearly always making profit in 2 directions. Speaking of profit, here is the operating profit graph. Okay, so now that Anomaly has gone from the first year, you can see how things are going. So, right at the beginning of the game, we were making some money. It dropped down a bit. Not 100% sure why, but you can see the operating profit of the company has nearly always been positive, which is brilliant. The only reason that we're struggling for money is maintenance costs. Actually, I'm not sure if maintenance is in operating profit or not. I'll have to check. But certainly loan payments, construction costs, and purchasing new vehicles, because then those 3 things are definitely not in here. So we need to pay that loan off as much and as quickly as possible. So let's let this run, and we're going to find out how much this train is going to make us in today's episode. So it's loading up. It's going to load up quite quick. We've got a lot. We've got a lot of tons reserved for loading there. That train's already on its way. I think what I'll do is I'll actually add in some orders so that after it's been to the power station, we'll get it to service on its way back. No, wait, after the power station. There we go. We'll get it to service on the way back. That way, hopefully it'll be much better. Now, this is a much shorter route than our passenger service. Our passenger service goes all the way down from Newark, all the way down here, and all the way down into Peterborough. Where's the train? Where is... Oh, the train's there. Whereas this coal one is much shorter. In fact, by the time I've talked about it, it's about a third of the way there already. Just realised I never put that bridge in. I've sat here complaining about the fact that I definitely need a bridge in, and I never did it. There we go. Bridge is in. You can turn around now, vehicle. Get yourself sorted out. We've still got the trucks coming, bringing the money in, and we can see at the end of the year. Now, this is a good time to see your profit, your operating profit live when you come to the beginning of a new year, because you can see where the money is going, and then you can see the income as it comes through. We've got trains arriving at Gainsborough Mine, so it looks like the newspaper's a little bit behind itself, but because you've not got any construction or new vehicle costs, then that's a good way of looking at that. Now, the operating profit is still hovering around the 15,000 every so often, which is good. And we're starting to get more vehicles to play with now. We can think about doing more things. And as this money increases, as that operating profit starts to do a turn, then we can start to really expand the network. I mean, really, really expand it. You'll see the kind of the gentle beginnings of this series, and then it'll just rocket, because we can build when paused. That's the idea. You can see the operating profit is just bouncing around. That's just us trying to find the feet of the company, build stuff out, but we're now going to get this delivery of coal. It's got to be about 15, 16,000. 20,000 at least. 18,000. Not bad for one little trip. I forgot how short it was. Relatively short anyway. So because of that money, we can now consider about expanding. And how much coal have we got here? Okay, so we've still got thousands of tons of coal. So what we'll do is we will expand this railway. We will put a second line in, and we can't do it to here because of this bridge, but that's fine. We'll do it to there. We'll have a pass in place sort of situation going on. And I will make a weird little junction like this. That should do it. So I suppose I could use path signals like this. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's going to cost a bit of money, but we've got money now. Money's coming into the point where we can start thinking about the loan and how much we can pay off. I do want to pay as much of that loan off as possible, as quickly as possible. So if I can just get rid of that extra bit of track, put that there. I think this, yeah, this signal needs to be removed. That's no good. Right, so we're actually doing some proper signals. Now, I can't see because of these trees. There is a signal behind the tree. Good job, I checked. So now we've got an up line and a down line, and our train is waiting for a free path. Okay. Just going to get rid of these signals here because I kind of boxed it in. That was my fault. So whilst that train's there, and I think we've got the money, can I clone that train? Not quite. Requires a little bit more, Come on, something pay off. Something deliver. Come on. Where is it? The train has now switched to the correct track. Okay, so nothing's going to pay off in time. Let's get these signals put back. So, there we go. Cool. In fact, money went down a little bit. But that's fine. I'm sure these trains are going to be much more efficient to run than the trucks. It made 18 in that journey. Obviously, it's got to come back again. And then we're going to send off more. We can make it longer, but I don't know what its max speed is like. And we can keep an eye on the speed. The maximum speed of this train is 64 kilometers an hour, according to that. Let's just check in the available trains. Yes, 64 kilometers an hour. So if a train takes too long to get up to its top speed, usually it's because either there's a gradient or something like that, or you've just got too many trucks for the power of the engine. So this train, it's coming out of the station. It's already up to 40 kilometers an hour. Its top speed something like 60. It's increasing at a relatively good rate. Not the best. It won't slow down going around this corner because going around one 45-degree turn, a train will never slow down. If you go through two 45-degree turns in the same direction, so like left and then left again, it might slow down. So you try and avoid them. But you can see it's actually not reaching its top speed. It's taking longer and longer to get to that top speed. So I don't think we should make a longer train than this. If anything, it might be just like maybe one carriage, one truck too long. But when that cashes in at the other end, we're going to have money for train 3. And then I think we may start have money to see whether we can replace or upgrade this train. This train here really does seem to struggle. It's making relatively good money though. 22,000 last year. I'm going to hope to see a big or relatively big jump in our operating profit. By the end of the episode. So whilst we are waiting for our coal train to get to where it needs to be, let's just zoom out, head across down south here. We're over here at Exeter. Let's have a look at the list of vehicles here. So we've got 2 vehicles. Now we've got, they're going round. They're making a profit, 300 and something. They're helping Exeter grow. That was hard to say. We're at 1,031 people in Exeter by 1932. As soon as the town starts, as soon as my company starts making a lot of money, we're going to start going to the local authority and funding it, because in vanilla, that's the only 2 ways you can do it. Fund it and provide it with 5 stations worth of transactions. Right then, our train broke down, so it's not quite ready to make its other trip yet, but we've gone from having 1 train to, well, by the end of this episode, we'll have 3 trains. So we'll have tripled our trains, which is brilliant, but when you've got 1 train, very easy to do. I think once we get a few trains going on this line, it's almost certain that I will decommission these trucks, which will be a shame, because I kind of like to see them going through. They are bunching up a little bit though, and I'm presuming that's when like one breaks down and they all then stack up behind. But it does mean that we get nothing for a little while, and then we get a sudden influx of money, because we've been just below 23 grand now for a while. But this train's coming through, so let's just get the depot. There's the depot. There's our train. We've got 1,500 tons of coal there now. 18 grand. Train number 3. Jobs are good and fantastic. Okay, so that's really good. And I think what we might do is see if we can put a station over here, maybe with these 3 coal mines. It's going to cost a lot to build that line, though, if we do that. It's going to come through the coal mines and then in this way as well. You know what? I've had enough of this. This is just called... Right, we're taking over the power station. It's Hellish... Oh, my goodness. Hellish Power Station. Did I type that right? Looks like it. Hellish Power Station. Oh, that's a lot easier to say, isn't it? We've just bought a train and we've already got 16 grand in the bank. So, what I'll do between now and next episode is I will continue to pay off bits of that loan. I say continue. I've only paid 10 grand off. But I paid 10 grand off. I'll continue to do that. I think with the money that's coming in from Gainsborough Mines, we'll certainly be able to do that. We've just had a couple of trains go, and already we're still at 1,500. We're up to 52% transported now, so I think we may even be able to get another couple of trains on that line. Maybe another 4 trains before we even get anywhere near good ratings. What are the ratings at Gainsborough Mine? 49, 50%. Not good, not good at all. What we'll do, next episode, I will have hopefully paid off a good chunk of the loan, so then we can borrow that in the episode again. But I'm thinking we then start expanding this main line, try and get some more passengers going. As we get better and faster trains, this main line is going to make us more and more money. It's not making us the best yet, but it will do. And I think what we want to be doing is aiming to get this railway service down to London. In fact, what I might do is start in London and start coming up towards Peterborough at the beginning of next episode. I don't know whether we'll make it because of the amount of money we have to play with. I think coming from London, our first stop is probably going to be Stevenage, to be honest. Stevenage, and then And then I think Peterborough is the next stop. Maybe I should have a look at the line. Pull up a schematic and see. We can always add extra stuff in later, but I think Stevenage is a good distance from London and a good size. It's the biggest town in that area. The closest one to Stevenage is, in terms of size, well, probably, is that St Albans is probably one of the closest. So London to Stevenage sounds like a brilliant way to start the bottom of that line there. As we've got 34 grand in the bank. Hey, let's have a look at the operating profit graph. Oh, what? No, that must be an anomaly. It can't be the case. No, that's meant to go shooting high. It's meant to. I mean, it was going shooting high. It was jumping up there. I mean, that's April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, it's just about to post again, I think. There we go. So if you take the average of a kind of here, we're going along quite steady. We're getting ourselves established, and now we're going up and up and up. So we're on the up. I think things are looking good. We've got various different things going on. Might put an airport in a few episodes' time. Leave all your thoughts, ideas, and questions. And also, now we're a few episodes in, I've got two things to announce. Firstly, I will be taking mini challenges from you guys. So down in the comments, say things like, oh, I really think I'd like to see you try and do a line from Grimsby to Immingham. Okay, that is like one of the easiest things I could do in the world, but it's an example. Or maybe you want to see me build a bridge across to France. Okay, there isn't a France. We'd have to put a French port on the other side or something. I don't know. Put all of them down in the comments section. Fire them out there, and I will pick some at random to do throughout the course of the series, in addition to the 4 main challenges. Those extra ones are really from you to me. And the other thing is that I will be putting this map and this challenge, a multiplayer version of it, on the Viewer Plus server. Now, the multiplayer version is one company still. So if the Viewer Plus people who are watching want to take part and collaborate on a version of this game, you will be able to do that very soon. And if you want to get involved with that, head out to masterhellish.net and check out my Viewer Plus program. It's kind of like Patreon, but there's no middleman. So you get benefits and bonuses for supporting me and the channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Until I see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, look at that money roll in. We're loaded.